Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is, wherever it is that you's at. Some way or another, you find your way into the Talm'Bout podcast. Where we talking about sports, we talking about street culture, we talking about culture, we talking about it all. Except for the gossip and all the drama, we ain't doing none of that. I am your host, Physic. Some call me Zeke. Some don't know who I am. If you don't know who I am, man, this is your chance to get in tune, yo. So get in tune, cause right now we about to take my take on the culture on sports, and this weekend, this Sunday, it's gotta be about sports. This episode strictly, maybe not strictly, but gotta be about what we just done seen tonight. What we just seen the Jets really try to survive and really try to change the narrative of who the fuck they are. We seen that fight tonight. Unfortunately, boys ain't come out with the dub, man. But let's talk about that for a second, because tonight I felt like when it came down to that Jets defense pressuring Malholmes the way they was pressuring them, forced them for 2 fucking interceptions, almost 4. I think there was 2 flags thrown, if I'm not mistaken. That Jets pressure, that Jets defense, and not even just the defense. Let's give a little bit of respect to Zach Wilson, at least once and for all, for what he didn't accomplish tonight in surviving with the motherfucking Super Bowl champs. You know, it came down to that last drive. It was all penalties, penalty after penalty after penalty in that drive. Sauce Gardner, I think, got one. They was trying to fight for this shit, almost to the point that it felt like they was really trying to fight for their lives. You know, and it was a great effort from the Jets D. Pause. It was a great effort from the Jets all in general, and just trying to push through this win. Unfortunately, we didn't see them pull a dub though. But let's talk about this real quick. That I got something in my notes, like Zach Wilson. You know what I'm saying? Zach Wilson, with all the distractions, with everything that people talking about Zach Wilson, how they doubt him. You know, let's talk about some of the things that he kind of did tonight. He showed us a little bit of glimpse that 8 that's sitting up in that press box, he might be influencing him a little bit more than what the people really thinking and seeing, because he hasn't been showing it. But it was something about tonight. It was something about tonight's game, or just seeing 8 on the box. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Aaron Rodgers, seeing him sitting up in the press box. It's just something about tonight that made me look at the Jets a little different. That made me look at the Jets like, man, they really trying to hold this shit together as a team, no matter what it is that they going through. The losing Aaron Rodgers, the losing season so far. They really trying to hold this shit together. I'm talking about like gang shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, they really trying to hold this shit together. From the offense to the defense, it just showed like they were meshing and they had each other's back. Like I said, unfortunately, they didn't pull out the win. But let's talk about Kansas City though, right? Y'all think it's the distraction with this whole Taylor Swift Kelsey shit though? Like, my man's looked tired though. Like there was a clip, he was like this, right? He was tired. Like, my man probably getting it in like a motherfucker right now. Like, all the clout he got, his jersey sales going up, and my man's probably pounding that thing a little too much this week. You know what I'm saying? Cause my man looked tired. So is it like, do y'all think that Kansas City ain't looking like what they used to look like? They kind of really struggling to get through these games. Last week was kind of a different story, but they lost in week 1. And it seemed like they kind of just been struggling, trying to just get by. Yeah, we see Malholmes, 4th quarter Malholmes, you know what I'm saying, come through like Jordan. Let's keep it a beam. Come through with the wins. Ran for that big route tonight, which had helped them take a lead. But y'all don't think that they looking like they struggling a little bit? You know what I'm saying? I'm never gonna call these teams trash. Cause these dudes out there getting paid way more bread than what I ever done seen. You know what I'm saying? They out there doing their thing. You know what I mean? So gotta give them a shout out for that. But they ain't looking like the Kansas City Super Bowl champ. Just not eating. They not eating. just like Zeke Elliott. You going against your old team today, and you couldn't provide nothing but 6 runs for 16 yards, 2 for 3 catches for 6 yards. All these sixes, my nigga, one more 6, you're gonna be dead. Like, Zeke, you making that name look bad, cause I go by that name too. But damn, bruh. I know people that got you in the fantasy tight as fuck, bro. Like, what's going on? We gonna blame it on Zeke, or we gonna blame it on Belichick? You know what I'm saying? Cause like, let's keep it a band too. Belichick gotta be frustrated with everything that's been going on and transpiring this season. They're looking like bums. Y'all think it's because he ain't got Brady no more? Y'all think it's because he can't? Cause let's keep it 100. He can't cheat and scam and all that shit like he used to? Cause they was the ones getting caught up on all that Deflategate, all that shit like that. Like y'all think that this man can't win no more cause he can't cheat? Okay, he ain't got Brady? He ain't doing it with this team that he got right now. You could put Zeke Elliott in your team, and Zeke Elliott ain't doing nothing but giving you 6 yards and 16 yards and 6 yards of catching. Like, come on, bro. Or is it that the Dallas defense just did their thing today? They got 2 interceptions, 2 touchdowns, 2 sacks. Do y'all think that they just doing their thing? It's impossible to stop the Cowboys right now, or it's impossible for the Cowboys to be beat almost. But then they get the rug pulled by Arizona Cardinals shit. Like, how that makes sense? I'm gonna be honest. It ain't no because I don't like the Cowboys or nothing like that. I'm not a hater. But bro, it seems to me like the Cowboys got the easiest schedule in the NFL this year, and everybody making that big fucking noise about the Cowboys this, Cowboys that. But look at the schedule. Look at who they faced and they done been against. That's the easiest schedule. Like, and I mean, I don't play football, so I can't say it. But they going against some chumps, and they got beat by some chumps. So, what's really going on right now? They got exposed by one of the worst teams in the NFL. But they shining against these other teams. But these other teams really ain't the teams of the teams right now. They ain't the teams. Maybe when they go against the Eagles, it'll be a different situation. But they ain't the teams. Now, who really did his thing today? Shout out to Christian McCaffrey. They talk about my man could be up for MVP against probably Malholmes and them. You know what I'm saying? But like, Christian McCaffrey, 4 touchdowns. I think my man gave me 50 points on the fantasy today, bro. I ain't even get the L because I think I jinxed myself on all the fantasy shit that I was talking about last week. I showed y'all my lineup. Not even last week, the last episode. Showed y'all my lineup. Man, I think I fucking cheddar bobbed myself. Dead ass. I got one player out. My man Kirk Cousins, a whole other situation. Kirk Cousins didn't give me shit but about like 6.7 points. And I took the L today by maybe like 25, 30. Let's keep it a band. I shot myself. I done spoke a little too early and I done took the L, but I take the L. 3-1 now. Still gonna keep coming up. But Christian McCaffrey did his thing, man. Like I think he done either broke a record or tied a record today. That shit was crazy. He was really, that man was going in. Today we seen a bit of an upset because we know what the Bills could do. We know who the Bills are. Bills Mafia. They've been doing their thing for the past couple years, but they beat Miami. The Miami team that just motherfucking got 70 points last week. They beat Miami, and I'm not talking about an easy win. It was a shutout, not pretty much like 41 points on them. I was sick. Man, I was going against that motherfucking quarterback, and he had Stephon Diggs, bro. I was sick. Today. I didn't even want to watch that game, but I gotta give him a big shout out and a big respect because the Bills really just pulled it through this week. A game that was crazy that's going around right now, and y'all know y'all done seen it. The motherfucking game against The Jags versus the Atlanta Falcons. What kind of shit was we watching today? I mean, if you watched the real one, I think it was in London today, the fans was lit. Everybody was popping. The celebration was lit. But then we seen the other joint on the Toy Story shit. Ain't gonna lie to you. I was feeling it. That shit was fire. I ain't gonna lie. I was feeling it. But it had me thinking, y'all think that the NFL looking at people now like, yo, let's get, you know, these people watching stream, they watching Twitch and they watching other people play all day. You think if we do something like this, maybe this might be a new wave to get people watching, to get kids watching? I was kind of fucking with it, man. Like, it was a little different. The same shit that was going on in the field was the same shit that was happening in the game. They playing in Andy's room. We all 90s kids. You know Andy's room, bro. We all wanted to write our name in the bottom of a foot. Pause. You know what I'm saying? After that movie. That shit was wild. But that shit was fire. I hope they continue doing stuff like that. You know, I hope they continue finding ways to change the game. It is the NFL, you know, and they got to find ways to make kids interact and make kids want to watch it. But it was crazy. I'm telling you how down to the detail that motherfucking they threw the pick. Jags catch it, do the little move with the shift, goal, touchdown, boom, same way, and it happened in the game, same way it happened in Toy Story. That's pretty fucking wild, you know. Like I said, you know, sometimes I'm gonna be on here, talk my shit. Episode might be 20 minutes, 30 minutes, but you know what? I just want to take I just want y'all to get attuned with my take. You know what I'm saying? My thoughts on what transpired, what I saw. You know, there's so much shit going on that, you know, we can have a conversation together. Hit me up. Y'all want to be a part of the pod? Y'all, we could do a Zoom combo. We can get this shit popping. We can get this shit going everywhere. I definitely want to get to know what my fans and the audience want, and I want to continue to produce that. You know what I'm saying? Even though this is just the second episode. But it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling to be doing this. You know what I mean? It's a good feeling. Just like Travis Scott vibing in the motherfucking studio making a record with Offset. You know these motherfuckers about to make some shit. Man, keep it a band. Travis, I feel personally he didn't deliver in that album. There's a lot of people that they not gonna agree with me. So whatever, you don't agree with me, I feel like he ain't deliver. Just wasn't what I thought it was gonna be. But let's hope that him and Offset can make some fire records, because it's good to hear and see Quavo, Offset getting back into the thing, you know what I'm saying, doing what they doing after the situation of losing their brother. Like, you know, they lost one of the most influential, one of the dopest artists in the motherfucking game, which was they fam, they brother. They came up with this man. Went through something tragic, but through that tragedy, they still finding a way to see the light and continue dropping shit. And now we seeing Offset with Travis. We seeing Offset enrich the kid again. These boys was dropping hit after hit after hit after hit, and they were just dropping these bitches on tapes. Key to the streets, locks. So it's good to see them doing this music, getting back in the feeling. And I'm looking forward to hearing some Offset shit, because Quavo shit was fire. I'm looking forward to hear some Offset shit, and hopefully one day we can hear all of them together. You know, maybe some unreleased shit they got with Takeoff, because it'd be great to hear some unreleased shit with Takeoff, man. Like, I know he got a lot of shit that we still ain't even heard. You know, now it's a record that I do want to talk about that I believe probably came out this week, a couple days ago. Super fucking fire. I gotta talk about that Glorilla and Fabio Foreign joint. Cha Cha Cha. Now, first of all, they sampled a song. Like, you know, like rap heads, right? There's a lot of rap heads out there. Shout out to my rap heads. There's rap heads that they like, oh, you can't sample the Uchi Wally Wally. But they sampled the Uchi Wally Wally and turned this shit into a whole different energy vibe. Like, listen, I wasn't with the Glorilla shit in the beginning, because at first I couldn't understand. I just I just couldn't get with it. I was like, man, shorty. You know what I mean? She sliding, but she got a little bit too much testosterone. You know what I'm saying? She a little bit too brolic. But you know what I'm saying? Shit, she dropped with Cardi. I'm like, nah, she lit. I fucked with shorty. But then I listened to this shit with Fabi, and I'm like, nah, yeah, shorty really doing something. I love the fact they went to New York and did this shit. Yeah, it's drill shit. It's New York vibe, energy. But I love the fact in the video they went to New York. Like, I'm in Arizona. And this shit made me feel like I was back in the block. Like, this shit made me feel like I was back in New York at the bodega, at the deli corner store, getting an Arizona tea with the 2 Dutches. Well, back when I used to smoke Dutches with the backwood pack. Felt like I was chilling on the block, like getting sturdy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you seeing them getting sturdy, that shit. Big shout out to Fabi. Big shout out to Glorilla and everything that she's doing. Cause that come up is crazy. That come up for her has been one of the dopest come ups for a female in the industry. You know what I'm saying? So let's give a big shout out to Glorilla. Big shout out to Fabi on that joint. Now, last thing I want to talk about, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody know what's been going on right now. Everybody know the situation. I'm talking about the man that got locked up for killing Tupac. You know, my man. And this ain't only for my man. This gotta be for anybody out there. Anybody out there that think that, yo, listen, I can get behind this camera and I can confess to some shit that done happened a while ago. Yo, my man, you a 60-year-old man. And you stood there in front of Vlad TV behind that camera, told me you was there and you did such and such, yo, bro. This gotta be one of the baddest claims, or this gotta be one of the baddest motherfucking, like, going out by self-snitching. Like, how you self-snitch on yourself like this to the point that, look at you now, 60-year-old man, probably got grandkids in him. You going down. Feds got you. You know, academics didn't show it all the time. He show it all the time. A lot of these motherfuckers get on the net, start self-snitching. Listen, this ain't what this is about. This shit is about just getting your thoughts, getting your feelings, you know what I'm saying? Not talking about what the fuck you might do and you done did. But listen, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. Last time, this time, next time. Like I said, some of these episodes might be a little bit longer, some might be shorter, but I just want y'all to get my vibe, my thought on what my take was on whether it was the day, whether it was the week. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be bringing different people. If you want to be a part of this and you want to, you know, hit me up on the comments, hit me up on the DM, or you just want to talk your shit, hit us up on the Talm'Bout podcast. And we get you up here, you know what I'm saying? We get this thing going. We get some, you know what I'm saying? We make some connections. You feel me? But once again, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate y'all for joining me. Make sure y'all go follow, subscribe, like. Go check us out on the gram. Go check us out on the tube. Go check us out on the TikTok. We're going to be everywhere. Really doing this shit, getting it in from the ground up. It's your boy Physic, and I'm out this bitch.